Hey drummers, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking you through some advice I would give to you as a drummer if you're wanting to go professional. Looking back at my earlier years, in between probably 15 to early to mid 20s, there are many things in hindsight I would do differently. These are the things that I think will help you in your efforts to going pro at the drums. So let's get started. So this first one might be a little bit controversial to some. It's essentially, don't put all your eggs in one basket. When I would get into bands, I would be solely focused on that one band, and my efforts would transition from trying to be the best drummer I could be to trying to get this band popular and famous and make it. And I would do this over and over again with varied levels of success. In hindsight, I should have focused on becoming the best drummer I wanted to be, because at the end of the day, I enjoyed the drums. I wanted to be a professional drummer. I don't know why I shifted my focus entirely. That being said, some people's dream is to be in a band. They have a vision, they want to do something unique and really cool, and that is absolutely fine. Go for it. And likewise, I'm not saying don't put any effort into the band. You have to do that. You have to be a team player. But just keep in mind that you're also a drummer and you want to be a pro drummer. The next one is something that you'll hear all the time. It's pretty obvious, but you need to network. When you're playing shows with your current band or whoever it may be, introduce yourself to the other musicians. Say hello, be a nice guy, and let them know that you're open to other projects. That could start some interesting conversations, especially if you put on a really killer performance that night and they go, wow, that guy was really good. Next time they go to start a new project, as you know, more often than not, smaller bands, they break up because they're not making the progress they want. So when they get onto that next project, or they've moved into a successful band and their drummer has left, they will hopefully think of you. You'll get the call, the email, whatever it'll be, and they'll ask if you want to be involved in what they're doing. Or maybe they won't have a project for you directly. They may know someone who's looking for someone really good, and that could be you. Hey you, are you enjoying this video? If you are, drop me a like and subscribe. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Thank you. And this point also ties into the next one kind of, and that is build your reputation. It's essential nowadays that you have to have an online presence, whether that be on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, wherever it is. You as a drummer, you're not just a musician anymore. You are your own little brand. It's essential that you work on that. How is anyone going to know who you are if they can't find you online and see what your playing's like? I know some people will still say, well, it's all about word of mouth, which it is, but if someone hears your name, they're gonna go and want to find out more about your playing. You need to be online, you need to be available, you need to have some kind of presence for those people to go find you. So at a very minimum, I would definitely say start a YouTube channel. Start doing covers, some kind of playing, whatever it is, just get started. Or even if you want to go even simpler, just start on TikTok. It's a place to get started, get some practice and get going. If you're gonna do this though, you need to make sure you're consistent. If you can only upload 2 videos a month, say, that's fine, but just stick to it and be consistent. Keep growing your audience slowly over time. If you can do once a week, twice a week, awesome, keep it up. And tying this back to my last point, if you're on these online social channels, talk to other musicians through them. Sounds pretty simple, but it's a great way to get in front of people. Especially now with TikTok, the way you can quickly duet a video of any other musician out there. If they comment on your video, respond, that could open up some really interesting conversations. Final thing about creating content and putting it online, it takes time. Do not expect results overnight. Take your time, be patient, know you're in it for the long haul. Start it when you're younger, and keep it going. If I could start my YouTube channel again, I would started it when I was around 14, 15. I'll just start uploading cover videos and each one just slowly try and be a little bit better. And I'd stick to one a week for, the next 4 years and just see where I got. Each week, get a little bit better, a few more viewers, and before you know it, you could have a really big audience. That could make a difference. If you want some examples of drummers who have done this really successfully, you've got drummers of the likes of Alex Rudinger and Luke Holland, just for 2 really good examples of drummers who killed it in the early game with covers online, who are now doing amazing things. And the final thing is to decide what kind of professional you want to be. Being a professional drummer isn't necessarily being that guy who's touring all over the place all the time. There are many, many ways to be a professional drummer nowadays. I don't have time to talk about that in this video, But if it's something you're interested in, make sure you check out this one right here. I break down all the different ways you can become a professional drummer. And don't go yet! If you are a beginner or intermediate level drummer, there's a video here you'll want to check out. I break down all my essential advice